Why are you lying?
Well, end of discussion.
Yeah, tell her, man.
Fine. End of relationship.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most relatable teen movie characters.
I'd always fantasized about falling in love in a field, but I just never thought it'd be the kind where you played lacrosse.
For this list, we'll be looking at the best characters from adolescent-centered films that viewers can easily see themselves in. Which of these fictional folks do you relate to the most? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10, Isis. Bring it on. If you've ever felt like the odds are stacked against you, you'll immediately connect with Isis. She's the talented captain of the Clovers cheerleading squad, yet she's not getting the recognition she deserves.
Guys, like every time we get some, here y'all come trying to steal it, putting some blonde hair on it, and calling it something different. We've had the best squad around for years, but no one's been able to see what we can do. Oh, but you better believe all that's gonna change this year. I'm captain.
After all, the Clovers' routines were reportedly being stolen for the Toros cheer squad. Indeed, persistent racial and class inequities mean she has to work twice as hard to prove she's just as good as somebody like our protagonist, Torrance.
You wanna make it right? Then when you go to nationals, bring it. Don't slack off because you feel sorry for us. That way, when we beat you, we'll know it's because we're better.
Still, she doesn't let that stop her from doing what she does best, and knows her worth. When she gets the opportunity to show what the Clovers can do at nationals, she delivers. Her confidence, determination, and story are sure to make numerous people who have faced similar challenges feel represented.
Hey, I just want to say, captain to captain, I respect what you guys did out there. You guys were good.
Thanks. You were better.
We were, huh?
Number 9, Kat Stratford. 10 Things I Hate About You. Kat is incredibly tough, intelligent, witty, and isn't afraid to go against the grain or speak her mind.
He's so romantic.
Romantic? Hemingway? He was an abusive alcoholic misogynist who squandered half his life hanging around Picasso trying to nail his leftovers.
It's a joy for similarly frank and clever viewers to see her in action. Beyond that, she's also pretty closed off and has few friends. As we get to know her, we learn exactly why she's so reluctant to engage in typical high school activities.
Everyone was doing it, so I did it. Afterwards, I told him I didn't want to anymore because I wasn't ready, and he got pissed and he dumped me.
Having experienced the dangers of peer pressure firsthand, she shifted her mindset and stopped following the crowd. Everybody can understand wanting to protect yourself from experiencing more pain.
I hate it when you're not around and the fact that you didn't call. But mostly I hate the way I don't hate you. Not even close. Not even a little bit. Not even at all.
But they also likely relate to her journey with Patrick, which proves that though it's not easy, letting down your walls can lead to great things.
You can't just buy me a guitar every time you screw up, you know.
Yeah, I know. But then, there's always drums and bass and maybe even one day a tambourine.
Number 8, Lara Jean Covey, To All the Boys franchise. This adorable, organised letter-writing romantics world is turned upside down when her private feelings stop being, well, private.
I have golden specks in my eyes. It's just Jen and I. Whoa!
Across the To All the Boys films, we witness Lara Jean maturing. She falls in love, struggles with her feelings, and ultimately decides what path she wants to take after high school.
But in real life, that's not where the story ends. It's where it begins. Because life is beautiful.
Through her honest and nuanced relationships with Peter, her family, and herself, this always stylish protagonist grows up. But her journey is never outlandish or unrealistic.
This is my first date. I've never been a girlfriend before. I hope I'm good at it.
Instead, her experiences feel down to earth and reflect the stories of teenagers past, present, and future. Finding your people and place isn't a simple process, but we all have to do it at some point.
But I do know that love, real love, is choosing each other through all of it. Every single day. Beginning and middle and end.
Thankfully, Lara Jean Covey is right there beside us. Number 7, Viola Hastings. She's the man. Have you ever been told you couldn't do something? We'd wager that many of you said yes, just like Viola Hastings would if we asked her.
We want to try out for the boys' team.
Anything besides that?
Coach, come on! You know that we're good enough.
I don't know that that's a thing that I know.
She's an incredibly skilled soccer player, but she's underestimated because she's a girl and is expected to conform to stereotypical gender norms.
Have I not told you 1,000 times I have no interest in being a debutante? It's totally archaic.
How could I wind up with a daughter who only wants to kick a muddy ball around a field all day?
Luckily, she won't let others' ignorance get in the way of her doing what she loves. Granted, her solution involves impersonating her brother, which is quite unconventional.
You know what? If you can't join him, beat him.
But we all know what it's like to feel like we're capable of more than people expect. And even through her disguise, she sets a great example for how to be unapologetically yourself.
This isn't how I wanted it to happen, and I didn't want to hurt you, but I just wanted to prove that I was good enough. All I'm asking for is a chance.
Plus, she fully falls for Channing Tatum's character Duke, and honestly, who wouldn't? Number 6, Simon Spear. Love Simon. It's safe to say that positive LGBTQ+ representation is often sorely lacking, especially in teen movies. Thankfully, Love Simon finally gives members of the community a protagonist they can see themselves in.
Bram, I'm Jacques. Hey. Barack, it's me, Jacques. Why did I pick Jacques?
By his own admission, Simon Spear is a normal teenage kid. The only difference is that he's gay and hasn't told anybody yet.
Sometimes I feel like I'm stuck on a Ferris wheel. One minute I'm on top of the world and the next I'm at rock bottom. Over and over all day long because a lot of my life is great, but nobody knows I'm gay.
Throughout the film, he navigates an anonymous online relationship and is outed against his will. And while he faces struggles that many can relate to, his story isn't filled with insurmountable darkness.
I just want you to know that I love you. And I'm really proud of you. I wouldn't change anything about you.
Simon, like a plethora of other queer kids his age, discovers he has a loving support system, embraces his identity, and finds love with Blue.
Are you disappointed that it's me? No.
In the end, he's a regular, happy teenager with an adorable boyfriend. Number 5, Jenna Rink, 13 going on 30. At the start of the movie, Jenna is like most 13-year-old girls. She longs to fit in with the cool kids and dreams of being like the models in magazines.
I hate my life.
Just because you don't look like these girls in Poise magazine doesn't mean that you're not beautiful in your own way.
I don't want to be beautiful in my own way. I want to look like these people.
She's uncomfortable in her skin and wants to fast forward to better days, which is a feeling anyone who's been through puberty knows well. Yet, when she suddenly wakes up as a 30-year-old, she sees that things aren't as simple as she'd hoped.
I don't have any real friends. I did something bad with a married guy. I don't talk to my mom and dad. I'm not a nice person.
She learns to navigate the workplace and realizes that she previously had lost her way. Her journey is sure to hit grown-ups in the feels, as it's an all-too-real depiction of adulthood and its challenges.
I think all of us want to feel something that we've forgotten or turned our backs on. Because maybe we didn't realize how much we were leaving behind.
Simply put, Jenna Rink pulled double duty, being the relatable queen we need at every age.
Sorry, I forgot my scarf. You know what? You can be the pot and kettle all by yourself from now on. Biatch. Come on, Matt. What did you call me?
Number 4, Bianca Piper, the Duff. When football captain Wesley, who happens to be Bianca's neighbour, tells her that she's her group's designated ugly fat friend, she's understandably upset.
Designated ugly fat friend.
What did you just say to me?
It's not like a big deal, okay? I mean, like, every group of friends has one, you know, the one who doesn't look as good, thus making their friends look better.
It's It's initially framed as something negative, because she's considered approachable and not as desirable as her besties Jess and Casey. She goes so far as to ask Wesley to unduff her.
Here's my offer. I will make sure you pass science if you help me with this.
I mean, you got the easy part. You can pass science in your sleep. I have to reverse duff you.
Isn't that what most of us would do? Bianca doesn't initially understand that she's amazing just as she is, which we all know is a realization that takes work.
Rock that homecoming like my Bianca Piper would. Passion plus action. Oh my God, I'm doing it again.
No, it's okay. It's working. You're good at this. And I'm feeling mad inspired.
She represents universal insecurities that the vast majority of people have about not feeling special enough to be truly seen. But by the end, she learns and reminds us that we're all more than superficial labels.
Yeah, I'm somebody's duff. Guess what? So are you. So's everybody. There's always gonna be somebody prettier, or more talented, or richer than you. But it shouldn't affect how you see yourself.
Number 3, Gabriella Montez, High School Musical franchise.
Why's that?
I took one look at all the people staring at me, and next thing I knew, I was staring at the ceiling. End of solo career.
Well, with the way you sing tonight, that's pretty hard to believe.
Well, that was the first time I've done something like that. I mean, it was so cool.
Gabriella is the quintessential girl next door. But she's moved so many times that her door keeps changing, which is something those who've had to relocate growing up can definitely understand. That all stops when she settles in Albuquerque and is reunited with the boy she met on New Year's Eve, Troy Bolton.
I don't
believe it.
I mean,
Either. But how?
Well, my mom's company transferred her here to Albuquerque. I can't believe you live here. I looked for you at the lodge on New Year's Day.
We had to leave first thing.
At first, she has to find where she belongs, an all too relatable high school struggle. But by embracing both her brains and singing ability, she not only thrives, but inspires everyone around her to be themselves.
No thanks, Sharpay. You're very good at a game that I don't want to play. So, I'm done here. But you better step away from the mirror long enough to check the damage that will always be right behind you.
Immense intelligence and talent aside, she's also incredibly caring, kind, and always there for others. If you feel like the loving moral compass of your group, chances are you're a lot like Gabriella Montez.
Now it's changed again because you left. You might be ready to say goodbye to East High. But East High's not ready to say goodbye to you.
Number 2, Katie Heron, Mean Girls.
I don't know if anyone told you about me. I'm a new student here. My name is Katie Heron.
Talk to me again and I'll kick your ass.
Homeschooling and going to an actual high school are two wildly different experiences. But even if you didn't transition from the former to the latter, like Katie, odds are you get her on a deep level. In trying to dethrone popular plastics leader Regina George, she loses herself, becoming the thing she claimed to hate.
You know what? It's not my fault you're like in love with me or something. What?
Oh no, she did not.
See, that is the thing with you plastics. You think that everybody is in love with you when actually everybody hates you.
Those with high school experience know how hard it is to stay above the drama that cliques and romance bring. And there are very few individuals who haven't similarly been tempted by the allure of popularity.
Yeah, what are we doing? Oh, I have to go to Madison with my parents. What? We have tickets for this thing. What? Was I the new queen bee?
Thankfully, Katie finds her way back in the end. It's precisely her humanity, flaws, and ultimate redemption that make her feel authentic.
Why is everybody stressing over this thing? I mean, it's just plastic. It's really just... Share it.
We root for her for one simple reason. She's all of us. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. Mia Thermopolis, the Princess Diaries franchise. Most of us will never be princesses, but we can all relate to the growing pains.
After abdicating my role as Princess of Genovia, would I feel relieved or would I feel sad? And then I realized how many stupid times a day I use the word I.
Olive Pendergast, Easy A. Her reputation becomes a dangerous thing, but her heart is always in the right place.
When it'll happen, you know, maybe 5 minutes from now, or tonight, or 6 months from now, or maybe on our wedding night. But the really amazing thing is, it is nobody's goddamn business.
Kate Spencer, John Tucker must die. It's not easy being the new girl.
You guys really think this is gonna help you get over John Tucker? You're either obsessed with destroying him or obsessed with dating him. Either way, it's always all about him. I'm done with it.
Charlie Kalmekis, The Perks of Being a Wallflower, an honest depiction of mental health struggles and self-discovery.
How do you stop seeing it?
Seeing what, Charlie?
There is so much pain, and I don't know how to not notice it.
Lainey Boggs, she's all that. The artsy kids know what she's all about.
Okay, here's the deal. The show's at 7:30. Parking can be a problem. Meet me there at 7. Don't be late.
7 it is. Hey, do you want to maybe go have some dinner?
No.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Sam Montgomery, A Cinderella Story. We sincerely hope nobody can relate to the mistreatment Sam suffers at the hands of her stepfamily.
Now that you're old enough, there's something I've always wanted to tell you, and I think you're ready to hear it. You're not very pretty, and you're not very bright.
But the character herself is a sweet, hard-working everywoman with a big heart. A teen outcast who's often teased she's just trying to make it through the day.
Sorry, we only have water from the valley.
Oh, well, then I'll have an iced tea.
Make that 2, and I'm still waiting on that breakfast burrito, Diner Girl.
Who among us hasn't felt that way before? She has big dreams, but doesn't necessarily believe she's the kind of girl who will ever get a picture-perfect fairy tale ending. If that's not relatable, we're not sure what is.
You can't just walk out on me.
You know what, Fiona? You can mess with your hair, and your nose, and your face, and you can even mess with my dad's diner. But you're through messing with me.
Though she's stifled by her environment at first, Sam ends up powerfully coming into herself and gets everything from her dream school to her dream guy.
As for Austin and me, well, I finally got my cell phone back. We wound up going to Princeton together and lived happily ever after. At least for now. Hey, I'm only a freshman.
Thus, she proves that we're all Cinderellas in our own right.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.